Welcome to Spa Life TV. The very first spa that we are going to highlight is called Sycamore Mineral Springs Spa. And it is in San Luis Obispo, but it's away from the town of San Luis Obispo and closer to Avila Beach. So it's actually on Avila Beach Drive. And in this video, I've made you a short clip just to show you some key features. And we're going to talk about the price, how to plan your visit, and what makes this spa unique. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to share with you one of the coolest restaurants that will really highlight your stay. So is it a day spa, a stay spa, or a specialty spa? Well, it's actually all three. So a spa can either be a day spa where it's just facial and nails and maybe you can hang out, but there's no place to sleep. Or it can be a place where you stay, maybe a hotel that has a spa attached to it, or it's a specialty spa. In other words, it's more than just facials and massage. This particular spa happens to have all three. So what makes it unique? Let's start there. What makes Sycamore Mineral Springs unique? Well, first of all, it's a spring. It's got 100 acres of natural resources underneath the ground that provides the water, and this water is warm. So it's loaded with minerals like potassium, magnesium, boron, sulfur. And you know, sulfur is that magic mineral that is so good for our skin, right? So I have to be honest though, this is my first time in a hot spring. I've been to Calistoga where I've done mud baths, but to actually be in a spring, let me tell you, there are two that are on that same road, and I don't want you to be confused which is which. So I want to tell you the distinction. One of them is called Avila Hot Springs. That's closer to the freeway. The other one is the Sycamore Mineral Springs, and that's the one that we are going to feature here. The Avila one, it's more for camping. And it doesn't have individual pools. It's like one big pool. Also, when you're in that one, you can smell the sulfur. So it's very earthy, it's more rugged because people are camping. And so I just didn't want you to get confused with Avila Hot Springs and Sycamore Mineral Springs. Now, Sycamore Mineral Springs has places you can stay, really amazing, darling little bungalows that are across the bridge that you feel like you're camping. Like, what do they call it? Glamping? You feel like you're glamping because it's just so cool out there. And so you have the stay feature, and then you have the day feature. In other words, when you book a massage, you can actually stay for the hot spring to stay and soak in the hot pools. And then they have swimming pools and that kind of thing. Okay, so what makes it unique? We talked about that, the hot spring, and it's loaded with all those minerals. So it's funny because when I shared this with my friend that Danny and I went to this hot spring, he said that him and his girlfriend went to all the hot springs throughout California in 1 month. Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do? Okay, so your stay. So what makes it unique? You talked about the mineral water. The one at Avila, the Avila Hot Springs, smells like sulfur, and the water is, it's a little bit more discolored. It's more, I don't want to say brown. It's not brown. It's just like a light beige. Whereas this one, well, first of all, they got the bubbles moving, so you can't even tell. But it's not that crystal clear water that we're so familiar with in a swimming pool. You just got to keep in mind that you are soaking in a therapeutic water, okay? And what's the definition of spa? The definition of spa is healing through water. So this is the ultimate experience to be actually in water that's healing in itself, okay? So that's what makes it really, 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 really unique. And you've got to experience soaking in a hot spring. So planning your visit. Well, you know, I think one of the things that gets in people's way of planning a spa trip is what to expect. What is the cost? How do you know what you're gonna, you know, it's kind of like that unknown thing that, are you gonna have to be naked? Are you gonna, is the massage gonna hurt? Or maybe you're used to massages, but you just don't know what to experience. We're gonna talk about that. How do you plan your visit? And I have to be honest with you, I didn't know how awesome the Sycamore Mineral Springs was going to be. So I didn't stay there. I stayed in a hotel. The next time I go, I am gonna stay in one of the little bungalows that is across the bridge. Incredible. But I stayed in a hotel because I didn't know this, this particular spa. So if you can stay there, do it. It's just awesome. How do you plan your visit? So first of all, book your massage because that will include your soak in the tub. I think it's a 30-minute soak. Is the price range, you can either be low, mid, or high. Let's call it reasonable, luxury, and mid-range. I would say Sycamore Mineral Hot Springs is mid-range price range. Yeah, your massage is about $175, but that does include a 30-minute soak in the mineral springs. And you're not just paying for the massage, you're paying for the whole experience. And that's the thing about spas. So when you go to just a quick massage at a day spa or somewhere around your local area, you're going in for the therapeutic benefit of just the massage. But when you go to a spa, you're having the whole experience. It's literally relaxing all of your senses from the being out in nature. So it's the sense, it's the feel, it's the breathing, it's the ambiance, it's the whole experience that is going to relax your body and put you in a healing state, a parasympathetic healing state. So remember that when you're booking your massage, because I think that the price sometimes stops people, especially when you can go to your local foot massage place for 50 bucks. Why is this one $175? And that's during the weekdays. It is like, I think, $195 on the weekends. It does include, of course, the soak. But I want you to keep that in mind, that you are going there for the whole experience. So when you arrive, they have lockers for you. There's showers. They give you a robe. They give you your shoes. Your tubs are private. So they say you can wear a bathing suit or you don't have to wear a bathing suit. It's just for you, so you can do what you want. That's up to you, but you are wearing a robe. Then when you go into your massage, when your soak is done, and they take you to your massage, there's two options, I believe. It's a Swedish and a deep tissue. In another video, I'll explain the difference between all the different styles of massages. I think that's what throws people off as well, is they don't know what style. And I've been a massage therapist since 1990, so, and we all learned Swedish at the beginning. Now keep in mind, when you choose a Swedish, it is very relaxing. So it's more of long strokes on the legs and on the back. So it's a relaxing experience as opposed to getting in there and getting the knots. Keep that in the back of your mind. So you're going for the full experience. What's really cool about this spa is you can actually rent just the tubs itself. It is $28 per person per hour to soak in this hot tub. And that's beautiful because you're outside and you're literally looking up at the trees, and it's just so incredible, so private, so relaxing. I think it's, let's see, 8 a.m. to 10:45 are the opening hours. It's funny because some of those tubs are way up there, so you're gonna have to climb up many stairs. Some other things you wanna think about is, did you eat before you went, or are you gonna eat after? Sometimes when you're soaking in a hot tub, you get hungry. And you can get water down below and take it up to the hot tub. They do not allow glass containers, so don't take any water in glass containers, but you can take your own water bottle in a plastic container. There is a restaurant on site that is pretty darn good. I was really surprised at how good it was, and the ambiance is incredible. But one of the coolest features that I love is that you get to walk across the bridge and you're in this oasis where you feel like you're in Hawaii, because the music is that Hawaiian music, and there's like a portable trailer type of thing where they have a barbecue pit and they sell drinks, and there's picnic benches, and you're out in nature, and right on the other side is a walking path, and you can just go hiking by a creek, and if you're gutsy enough, you could take a long hike to the beach, or you could take a bike ride. So it's just so incredible. You feel so disconnected from the hecticness of life. And even if you don't go into the tub, even if you don't get a massage, it's still worth going and stopping at Sycamore Mineral Springs, parking your car, walking across the bridge to enjoy this experience. So Sycamore Mineral Springs was such a great experience. I think you would love it.
Yeah. Man, what's your name?
Oh, Junior, man.
So I hope you enjoyed this highlight video of Sycamore Mineral Springs. And as promised, I want to share with you one of the coolest restaurants that you have to visit. Whether you're going to Sycamore Mineral Springs or not, if you're going down the 101, there's a really cool restaurant called McClintock Saloon and Dining Restaurant. And it's a really cool atmosphere. The people are nice, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So that was it. That was our first highlight video and of our first spa. Super exciting. So if you have any recommendations of spas you'd like me to visit and do a highlight on it, I'd love to do that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that, and I'd love to see and hear if you decide to go visit Sycamore Mineral Springs. So worth the visit. I'd love to hear about your experience.